All right, man. It's another video today. We're gonna talk a little bit more about investing because I think you know it's what we're all doing. We're investing, right? Everybody's looking at Shib and how Shiba Inu, you know, is doing its thing, crazy, millions of percent gains, you know, stupid, just the dumbest. And that's great. You know, it's really good. But I want you guys to like not be so caught up on the short term. Okay? Don't think about the short term so much. All right? And I know that, you know, there's like people who made crazy money in a little bit of time, and that's cool. But you can make really good money if you play a longer game. Okay, so here's what I'm going to describe to you. Okay, so you know, Bitcoin, it leads the charge on the bull run and in the bear market, right? And so when we hit the top of the market in this cycle and we begin to break down in price and drop down in price drastically, that usually takes about a year. And keep in mind, because of the state of the economy, the way corporations and institutions need to behave in order to, you know, stay viable in the future, in order to stay solvent, right? These time frames now they're kind of messed up, right? They're all messed up. So typically, when Bitcoin halves its daily supply of Bitcoin, when it cuts that in half, that creates what's called a supply shock in the market, and it triggers what we're in right now, which is a market bull run where the prices go up and up and up and up. And what's happening is people are trying to rediscover, you know, the current price of a Bitcoin, give or take. And when that happens, you know, so the halving hits, typically the year after the halving hits is the bull run year. And then after that, you typically lasts a year. At the end of that year, the price breaks down, okay? It happens like clockwork because of, you know, the supply shock. So when the price breaks down, that is typically a year's worth of time to break down in price, okay? And during that breakdown, you know, it's usually people who thought the market was just going to go up forever. The price breaks down. People start saying, oh, Bitcoin's dead. It's dead, you guys. Don't ever touch it again, right? And then the price goes really low. When the price goes really low, that's your opportunity to buy back in. Now, at that time, when it hits the bottom, right, or what we think is the bottom, first of all, buying the bottom doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? You're buying an asset that is, you know, has been perpetually dropping down for a whole year. It doesn't feel good, dude. Like, it's not like, oh man, this is the bottom. Yeah, we bought it, you know? It's like, damn, you know, I'm about to buy the bottom, you know? I don't know if it's going to go down any more from here, but, you know, I have to make peace with it, you know? And so when the price drops down, it's a great buying opportunity. And I want you to really think with this in mind, and here's why. So people say, all right, Shib, you know, it's got crazy thousands of percent gains and whatnot. And that's true, it has. Now, the thing is with buying the bottom of a bear market is you have the opportunity now to buy, you know, like a Shib kind of situation, but with way less risk. So Shib, like, man, look, I bought Shib, right? Super low on the tip of my psychic tarot card reader, and we bought it. And you know, if I had known what it was going to do, yeah, obviously I would have put in like way more money. Like, you know, I probably would have put in like all the money we had, you know what I'm saying, and just throw it all into Shib, forget everything else. If I knew what Shib was going to do, I never had any clue what it was going to do at all. Okay, it was just a crap coin, had a bunch of hype. It's a lotto ticket. It's a moonshot. You know what I mean? And that's the thing when you do stuff like that, when you buy things like that. But keep in mind, I'm not buying in a bear market. I'm buying, you know, in March 2021, which is like the midway to the midway point of the bull market, right? Like this is hype on hype on hype on hype. You know, things are doing well. That's when I bought Shib. And then, you know, the run up happens 6-8 months later and everything's great. And you make a whole bunch of money in a short period of time. But at the same time, I don't know what the hell Shib's gonna do. It could go to zero. You know what I mean? So my reward is very high, right? But my risk is also extremely high too. There's hella coins other than Shib that we bought and they've either cut in half, went to, you know, negative 90%, some of them, you know what I mean? We lost money, right? But, you know, I mean, it was money that I was already willing to lose because I have big cap alts in the portfolio. We're good on that, right? All right, so in that scenario, high risk, high reward, okay? In a bear market bottom scenario, you can buy and take advantage of low risk, high reward because the asset that you're gonna buy are assets that have been here for years. They're staples. They've got project leaders, CEOs, COOs. They've got partnerships with major brands. They've got innovation. They've got, you know, long blockchain history, long price history. You know what I'm saying? Like you can buy now at very low prices, right? At the bottom of a bear market. Man, I think XRP at the very bottom was like 8 cents or 7 cents, something like that, right? And if it goes to, if we didn't have this SEC thing going on, you know what I mean? I think that we would have hit 10 bucks, 15 bucks on XRP, no problem. It's the number 3 cryptocurrency, you know, in the world, right? So like the hype would have just been crazy. You think Cardano did great? Man, if XRP was just left alone, that would have gone absolutely nuts. You think Solana did good? Forget about it, you know what I mean? XRP would have gone crazy. And you would have been able to buy it at like 8 or 10 cents, something like that. Now, that's what I'm saying, right? Is that all the coins are price depressed in a bear market, especially when it hits the very bottom of the bear market, okay? And I want you to think in a multi-year scenario. So look, if you're investing right now, great, man. Kudos to you. God bless you. You know, you're in a great position to invest right now. I think things are gonna do well. And so when we hit somewhere near the top, okay, you know, I used to not think this earlier in the year. I know that one of these years, it's gonna be a time where, nah, don't sell. Even if the price drops 20, 30%, it's not gonna last long, right? And one of these years, we're gonna have years like that where you just shouldn't sell. But I think you can still safely sell at the top of this market and we jump down. And so let's say instead of the typical 85, 90% drawdown, you know, you only get like a 70% drawdown or something like that, right? Let's say it's not so drastic. You still now are able to buy, you know, 2.5 times more of either Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, you know, VeChain, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're able to buy Solana at these very, very low prices. And it's gonna seem like, you know, all right, you know, I just get 2.5 times more coin than I got. It's gonna seem like, you know, that's all right, Teddy, like that's not that crazy. But what happens is, you know, the prices don't just hit their all-time high. They hit their all-time high and then they 3, 4, 5, 6x from there, sometimes 10x from there. You know what I mean? And so now you could be in a scenario where not only did you buy at the bottom, at rock bottom prices, but you're now in a trajectory that just always goes up because it's gonna go up exponentially, you know, or maybe not exponentially, but it's gonna go up, you know, parabolically. You know, I think is really where it's going to go up, you know, the amount that it's going to go up. And so, you know, you can have a Shib scenario with a low risk coin, right, where you just made a lot of money because you bought very low in the market. You know what I mean? Like, you know, most Bitcoin I bought was at $3,800 per Bitcoin, right? And $3,800 was the price. and that was the most Bitcoin I was able to get. And if I just estimated my projections at going back to 20,000, which was the all-time high, right, it would have been a cool 5x. But little do we know, you know what I mean? It hits 67,000 from 3,800, 15x. You know what I mean? And it's not done either. Like, we're still in the bull run and it's still going. So, and that's Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the largest coin in the space. Imagine buying Ethereum. I think Ethereum, man, I don't know if this is the exact number, but I think Ethereum hit like $130, $140 at the bottom of the market. Maybe it was less, maybe it was 80. Maybe it was $80 at the bottom of the market, right? And the previous all-time high was 1,200. Dude, at $80, you know what I mean? You're like, that's a 90+% drawdown. You know what I'm saying? At $80, like you're doing very well. You're doing very well. And buying Ethereum at $80 and then having each one of those Ethereum be worth $4,000, 4,400, reaching today's all-time high. Salutes to ETH holders. You know what I'm saying? Bro, like, what more can you ask for? And it's not done. We're still going. It's not over. This thing the train didn't stop yet. Don't get off. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. Okay, you want Shib earnings, and maybe you don't have a lot of capital right now. You're in the market a little bit. Great, you're gonna get some gains. You're gonna increase your investment capital if you do that. And look, man, I'm not a financial advisor, right? So like, this is all educational purposes. That's all my opinion. I'm not a professional, but I've helped people put together some strategies based on the goals that they wanted to hit. I don't charge, man. It's free. It's free information, bro. I might charge you if you're willing to split your earnings with me, but that's just between me and you. You know what I mean? I'm not licensed to do none of this stuff. So anyway, if you want help, from somebody who's been doing this for a little bit, I can help you reach, some of your investment goals in crypto. We just got to talk. It's literally just one conversation. It's a very simple convo. But if you don't have a whole lot of capital, you want to make some money. If you're thinking about jumping in crypto at October of 2021 to get rich, you know what I'm saying? I'd say, yeah, you could do it, just it won't happen in 2021. Probably won't happen in 2022 either. But 2025, probably gonna be rich. You know what I mean? Like, you'll probably be all right. You know what I'm saying? So, look at it like that, okay? Don't be so caught up on these moonshots and trying to get rich quick. Think about playing the long term. Don't have a lot of capital. Wait for play this market, because might as well take advantage of the gains, and then and sell near the top whenever we figure out what the top is, and then buy back in at the very bottom, or something close to it. You don't have to hit the bottom, nail on the head. If you hit the bottom and it drops another 10% and then it comes back up, who cares? And what's great about buying at the bottom is that literally every movement is profit for you. You know what I mean? Every movement up is profit. And when you buy at the bottom, the asset typically, after like 2-3 months at the bottom, the asset typically goes up, and it just goes up and up, right? And it might do 200-300%, you know what I mean, after it hits the bottom, and then just kind of coast there. And other people who didn't buy the bottom will be trying to look for an entry point to make money, and that's where they start to guess wrong and hurt themselves. But you buying at the bottom, you're already up 200-300% just in the bear market. In the bear market, you make 300%. That's why I can't really do stocks. I'm sorry, man. I just can't do stocks. It's just like, why? You know what I mean? I don't want to make like 30% on the year, dude. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just chill and just be cool. So anyway, that's my 2 cents, man. Play a longer game, okay? You could try to get rich on this one, and maybe it works out for you, but it could also be dangerous, because you can really, make some mistakes trying to get rich, right? It's getting rich in crypto is not the hard part. It's not. You know what I mean? It's the fast, the quickness that gets you in trouble, that hurts you, okay? So yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. You feel me? man, hit me up if you got any questions. If you, I get calls all the time. I get messages all the time. It's not a problem, man. Like I'm more than willing to help out and let you know, my perspective on things. This is just my opinion. I am just a student like you. All I'm doing is sharing my notes. I've just been in class a little longer. That's it. You know what I mean? After 4 years, you don't even need to listen to me. You know what I mean? You'll be listening to somebody else on YouTube because I just don't do it for you anymore. You're not a beginner anymore, and you know your way around the market. But man, learning these skills, these investment skills, it can really change the trajectory of your life. It could be very great for you. It can change the trajectory of your family. And these are skills that you can carry into all kinds of investing. What we're talking about, even though it's crypto and there are aspects of crypto that are unique to it, the majority of the things we're talking about is just market fundamentals, how to invest in any market. That's it. You know what I mean? It's just that the investment class that we're in is on steroids. You know what I mean? It's got, super soldier serum in it, and it's just a beast. And it does crazy stuff. So that's my 2 cents, man. Love you. Be safe. All right. Have a good one. Peace.